So, the article headline, FBI raids star ABC News producer's home. Emmy award-winning producer James Gordon Meek had his home raided by the FBI. His colleagues say they haven't seen him since. But independent observers believe the raid is among the first, and quite possibly the first, to be carried out on a journalist by the Biden administration. Well, we know that's not true because the Biden administration is right now conducting the persecution of Julian Assange and has been since the very beginning of the Biden administration, just like Trump did, just like Obama did. So this is not new. The Biden administration has from the beginning been targeting journalists, and in particular journalists who go after US empire. Similarly, several ABC News colleagues who are accustomed to unraveling mysteries and cracking investigative stories tell Rolling Stone that they have no idea what happened to Meek. He fell off the face of the earth, says one, and people asked, but no one knew the answer. What do you mean no one knew the answer? You're investigative journalists. Go and find the answer. It's really simple. It's really simple. This article is wild, okay? It's all over the place. It's like, oh, he was a fanboy of the military, but the government is coming after him, but his lawyer is telling the Department of Justice to not let people leak things. So far in the article, there's nothing to suggest that he himself ran away other than ABC saying he abruptly resigned. How? Where is the proof? Is there a letter of resignation? Show us where the letter is. What does it say? When was it sent in? How was it delivered? Where is the evidence that that's actually what he said? Brian Epstein also abruptly and inexplicably left the network a few months before Meek. Where is he? Has anyone seen him? Is he at home? Did he get a job elsewhere? What's going on? We don't know, because Rolling Stone didn't investigate. This is what's so interesting about this. Rolling Stone is pointing out that ABC hasn't investigated this, but Rolling Stone themselves hasn't investigated this. Where are the journalists? What's really going on? We don't know. There are all these questions, none of which have answers, because they won't do their job. Both the Obama and Trump administrations were criticized for targeting journalists and their sources. Obama's Justice Department brought charges under the Espionage Act against a record number of people, from top generals like David Petraeus and James Cartwright to document leakers like Chelsea Manning and Edward Snowden. Yahoo News reported last year that in 2017, under Trump, as many as 20 US-based journalists, including a Pulitzer Prize-winning Associated Press reporter, were being tracked by a special Customs and Border Protection unit. Notice how they don't mention Julian Assange. They don't mention that. They completely ignore that. What this article is saying is that, well, they couldn't have been looking for just classified documents because the Biden administration is, of course, cracking down on that, which means that there's a suggestion that James Gordon Meek was working with either a foreign government or a terrorist organization, or there was maybe an imminent risk of kidnapping. By who? Where? What? How? Where is the investigation? No one knows. Or crimes against children. But Meek has been charged with no crime. Documents pertaining to the case remain sealed. Well, you know, Rolling Stone or ABC or Confider, you could solve the riddle by looking for him. Does the FBI know where Meek is? Have they asked the FBI if they know where Meek is? The story ends there. So interestingly enough, the Daily Mail actually went and hunted him down, which Rolling Stone didn't do, Daily Beast didn't do. You know, these other people who had been talking about this story before, you know, it turns out that they didn't, you know, do that work when they may have easily been able to find him if they had simply contacted his family members and said, where is he? And it also seems that the previous things that were being talked about in the Rolling Stone article where they said that, oh, the government wouldn't have granted permission for a warrant on a journalist unless it was in these specific circumstances. Well, let's see those circumstances then. Let's talk about it. And yet, meanwhile, again, James Gordon Meek hasn't been charged with any crime. So if they do have valid information that shows that he has been part of a crime, why have they not charged him? And if they don't have any of that valid proof or valid information, why did they raid him? Rolling Stone are themselves, along with every single other corporate media outlet in the West, is compromised. Okay, all of them, every single one of them. Okay, even the ones who pretend like they care about progressive values, no, they're all in bed with the military-industrial complex, okay? They are all just propaganda mouthpieces, even if they themselves don't know it.